Okay, welcome back. We have descended into the Forbidden Temple, and we're actually heading towards what I would consider one of the first few, I guess, bosses that you would face. You know, you descend down, you make your way through, and then you will be facing off with your first boss, or mini boss I would say in this case. So we want to make sure that we get all the eggs as we go through, because it's not a huge pain in the ass to come back and collect eggs, but it kind of just holds you up. And this is our first precursor orb in the middle here.
Wow, did you see that? Blue eco vents have been activated all over the world. I knew there was a way to turn them on. There must be places to turn on the other eco vents as well.
Yeah, so I did say that this game is about 5 to 6 hours long, but it can be cut shorter if you do it in a particular order. But I'm just showing you how each place can connect. We are looking, when I looked at the save, we are about 18% through the game already, and the next few bits and pieces aren't going to take too long. And right now we've just unlocked the blue echo geysers or vents by getting our precursor orb. So now that we've got this done, we can actually run through and grab all of these, and now we're back at the start. Sorry, that's where we went through up here, but we're not going to go through there yet. We're going to head this way through the door, and you want to jump up on these, I like to call them wells. They look like wells to me. And this is our first mini boss. There is a particular thing you need to do. Oh shoot, that was a close one. Before we leave this area, which I will show you shortly once we defeat this guy. So once he goes belly up, you want to jump on the leaves, hit him at the bottom of his chin, and whenever his little creepy crawly, I don't know, minions, sons, daughters come out, you know, just give them the whack whack when they are not spiky. And watch out for getting bitten by him as well. So if you just stay at the back, you won't get hit at all. So it's not a very hard one. Jak and Daxter's obviously a game made for kids. So, and that's that. That was very quick. 3 hits and he or she is down. And we got our black thumb trophy. Now this is the very important part. You want to come here and you want to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 precursor orbs. Eggs? I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. But you want to do that, jump on his head 5 times to get the 5 eggs, because if you don't get the 5 eggs, that kind of ruins your 100% completion. So let's jump up here and I'll show you where this connects to. And that's how we get it back up there. And that was the reason why I couldn't grab those eggs. I knew this was the exit. So if you're in that area, don't worry about it, you will come back there. And then there is this area over here that we still need to get through. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go through the extra little bits and pieces around the temple, as well as when we head back to Sandy Beach, or the beach area. We'll go over, whoops, what we need to do there. I'm not doing so well. Okay, so we're heading back into the temple. You want to jump on this bad boy here. Get up on this ledge. So you don't actually need the blue energy or the blue echo to get up on this ledge. Simply just use the trampoline. Then we'll snake our way around, and this is how we get the extra orbs as well as a scout fly. Because for some reason I keep calling them dragonflies, even though I don't know what kind of fly they are. And that was our last scout fly, which we got our precursor orb, power cell. That's what I'm looking for. I keep saying the wrong word. There was one thing I forgot to do, and that was to come up here and do this well here. And that is the rest of those eggs. Whoops, done. So 150 eggs in the 150 eggs in the forbidden jungle. Okay, so now that we've done both wells inside the forbidden temple, we've got all the eggs. There's just one more area that we need to do. I'm just going to ignore all of these fellas. We want to run up here. And we want to get a power cell from inside this hidden little chamber. So you would see the door, any doors that you see, just assume that you could potentially open it. And that should be the last power cell in this area. So we're just going to check. So we've got all the power cells that we need in this area. Scout flies, we've got all 7, sorry. And we've got all the eggs collected in the forbidden jungle. So this whole area is finished. Sentinel Beach, we're going to head back there and I'll show you how to get the rest of these eggs. If you're not too sure on your progress, if you press R2, that'll pop up with everything that you have in the area that you're in. So that shows us, well, it's actually showing us our total amount. So we've got all 7 scout flies and I've got 198 orbs and 22 power cells. So we are in the requirement of being able to go through this area, which she is explaining now.
Behind the farmer's house. Bring the power cells and hurry. My father says he's seen more lurkers around.
So yes, we can go through and go to the next level, but first we've got to tie up loose ends. So you will notice this is in the beach. We're at the vent blue echo and we're going to go on the well and that'll take us to the canyon. And you want to make sure you drop nicely on each platform. Actually, before we go back, we're going to make sure that he throws a canyon this way. Yep, that's good. Go over here. Make sure you can probably land on the box actually. And land right here and...
Oh, let's use the cannon to blow things up.
Where'd the guy go? Oh, there it is. And that's our power cell from doing the canyon run. Nice. So if for some reason you did not manage to get all of the boxes on the beach broken, this is where you'll come to the cannon and you'll just fire off these guys to whichever areas that you need to, and then collect the eggs once you're back down there. Alright, that's one area done, and I forgot, if you go press it in sequence R1 and then the jump button, you do a nice little jumpy jump. And do be aware of, I think I did briefly hear the big massive fish coming our way. Then to get the extra orbs in this area, we need to make our way to the middle over there and activate that blue echo orb, which is actually, you don't have to get too close, and that's the eggs done in this area as well. Yeah, if we look back on our tasks here, we've got one power cell that we're missing, and we've got all the scout flies, and we have all of the Sentinel Beach. So the last power cell at Sentinel Beach, if you completely missed it, like I potentially did, is there's a power cell right in the middle here. I thought we'd already gotten this one when we came across the beach, but maybe we had not. So you'll find power cells in the wild and power cells from the people and doing the quests. And that's Sentinel Beach finished. And before we leave and go to the next area, that is using our power cells to make the heat shield, we are going to Misty Island. So we're going to head back to the village and I'll show you what happens at Misty Island.
Hurry up with those power cells. I'm waiting at the head of Fire Canyon, at the top of the cliff behind the farmer's house.
So Kira, every time you come into the village, will tell you to hurry up and come over to bring the power cells. You don't have to go straight away, even though they say hurry up. We've got more pressing things to do, like finding this ferret. The guy in the village who is Muse, as you would say. So off we go to Misty Island. And you can see it's a wonderful place. Not scary at all. And already you can see a power cell up there. And plenty of
and trust me, it's a whole new experience when
people to, I guess, obliterate. I completely missed that one. And just make your way around. It's not too much to it. These guys here, oops. Oh, that was a bad show and tell. And that's some good old fashioned clipping through the rocks there, Daxter. So you want to hit him once, and then when he's got his head all over. Okay, there we go. There's the Muse. This, I think, was a bit of a pain in the ass besides the fishing challenge, because this thing doesn't want to go home. And there it goes. So you're going to have to follow this Muse round. Best way of doing that is just go through, follow where you need to go, and you'll slowly learn the route that the ferret takes. Once you know the route, and once you've cleared the way,
knock over those bones.
you do want to make sure that there's none of these guys in your way as you go through. Collect all your eggs as you go. Watch out for this bastard. Don't worry about this. This is just mud, so it's not gonna kill you. It's not lava. There's our scout fly. Just winds around here. This bloody little bastard is an asshole. And the trick to getting this ferret is to use your good old trusty, just punch it, honestly. Right, so let's get this one. You want to use your punch. You want to just, as long as you don't jump into things. And the cheating bastard is gonna leap across shit, so you want to almost shortcut this ferret at some point. It's when the ferret is leaping across things, that's when you're going to miss it. So there you go. So just chase it until you get close enough to it and smash shit over. Yes, Dex, you've got the right idea. Just put it in your... How does it even fit it in the little satchel? But that's how you do it. I usually just jump straight into the frogs. This here is Red Echo. This is a fantastic guy. So we need some Blue Echo, and the closest Blue Echo to get that platform moving is this guy over here. If you hold R1 and are stationary, then press the jump button, he will jump higher. I'm gonna take this, jump straight down, make sure you don't hit that. On your way, you'll just get blown up to smithereens. And now we've got this platform moving, we can get this power cell. As I was saying, this red stuff is actually makes you powerful, but there's a particular way that you can... I'm gonna probably put on this. Oh, that was close. And we're lucky to get an extra one there. We've cleared that area. We're going to head this way. And into this wonderful big circular area. And yes. Just keep getting the red echo and you should be okay. And you want to make sure that you hit the attack button before you get to them, because there is a slight delay, and just make sure you're not Yeah, don't do what I did. Let's see how many we've got left. Oh, we've got just these 4 left. I don't want to get hit by both of them, because I find that you hit one, oh, and then the second one behind them will hit you. So I was lucky we had the bomb in the middle there and they blew themselves up. We're gonna jump up here. This is where they were at the start. We want to collect our orbs. We have a power cell just up in the middle here. Grab that. And look at that. Okay, so we've gone up the stairs, we've got on the power cell, we come out this door here, the opposite side that we came in. And we want to be careful here because there's 3 of them. But because there's no achievement for hitting all of them, you can bypass the enemies. There is no requirement for killing the enemies. All they do is they give you health and the echo, but there is no need to kill them on your way. And we've got a scout fly up here. Got some orbs. And this is where you can see the wonderful area here, which we'll get to at some point once we wind ourselves down and avoid getting hit by anyone, which we are obviously we're not that great at avoiding these guys. There is an area down there which I can see, so sometimes it pays to turn the camera around and actually have a look if you can see any platforms or areas below you as well as above you. Bloody frog. Like I said, ignore the frogs if you don't need to engage. I'm going to run across here and get this. You just made it. And the same with all these guys. Not necessary to engage. They can't jump up on platforms. I believe once they've jumped down, they can't get back up. Look at this guy. We're going to make our way across onto this boat. Get these eggs. Jump down on him. You do have to be careful when you do the jump and smash that there's not a second guy who's going to hit you. Ooh, that's... Yes, I'm sorry, I couldn't help but punch. See that down there? That is our bike. So the reason we did the Forbidden Temple, the beach, and did as much as we could is that as soon as we come to Misty Island, we need to have those 20 power cells to get our bike, which is the same bike that we're going to use to go across Fire Canyon. So that's why it's very important to get as much as you can done before you come to Misty Island. Don't come to Misty Island until you have the bike available or 20 power cells. Otherwise you're going to have to come back again. We obviously can go up there. This takes us back to the start. So if you're not too sure how to get to the bike, you'll find in this area where we were chasing the ferret. So if I just jump up here and show you. So across here where we're following the ferret around, just off to the right, down here, this is where the bike is. That's if you get lost. So we're going to jump onto this bike and get these going. X is go. And I need to figure out, and R1, I was saying the wrong button before, is to jump. So we want to jump through, hit those bastards, and that's the aim of this game. So you get a little bit of fun in here. Try not to hit the bombs. You can go up these platforms. And I did miss a few of those eggs, so make sure you get all of those. So there is a bit of a rev. So if we just hold this down, we just go straight over. So don't take it too slow, but we don't want to miss our turn on this platform. So we're gonna take it slow here. Get these ones. We've got the scalp fly, and then we've got to go up one more time to get the power cell, which is just on the end there. Right, and rev. And we magically just grab it and pause mid-air. Because PlayStation 2. So that's this little platform area done. Come down in the middle here. Get some more orbs. And then we want to slowly figure out where all of these guys are. Ooh. Yeah, don't do that. I do like that once you've got on the eggs, once you've got on collected everything, don't worry about having to recollect anything. Even if you get hit, even if you die, you will still have it. Look at them, they're right in line with each other. Oh, I missed him though. We should come through here. Let's not forget these boxes and eggs. Missed that bastard. Just keep rolling. Keep rolling. Can I go up here? No, I cannot. He should come around this side. Here he is. So we gotta wait until he comes down, like now. There we go. And there's another one. Come on, we can get it before he jumps up in the air. And there's our power cell. So for getting all of the minions, trolls, or I don't even know what they're called, dark eco enemies, you get a power cell.
Good! You stopped all the mind-dropping lurkers. They've been threatening the waters around our village for weeks. Bring your zoomer back to the chance pad and I'll teleport it back.
Thanks, Kira. Okay, so that's the bike done. Then we've got one more area to do if I stop going into the bloody dark eco bombs. It would be nice if he actually collected the eco as he was running into it. Because I died, all the minions respawn. So that is one thing to watch out for. Okay, so this is the final path to take. And it's a little bit of a platform game, I guess you could say. And you just want to run along and avoid getting hit. And don't hit the eco. The best shot you have is to wait until they all roll past and go to the next platform so you can avoid at least the, yeah, that one there. Which I unsuccessfully did not do. And that takes us back above the dark eco pool, above the area. And I'm absolutely terrible at this. Eggs are always important. Health, not so much, unless you want to avoid dying, which I actually need. But you can come over to this fella here, where he's got the canyon. And we get another power cell for getting up here as well.
I have to admit, I'm impressed. You two didn't screw up. Now that the lurkers can't open that silo, they can't flood the world with dark eco and cause untold destruction. Wipe that ridiculous grin off your face, Daxter. The two of you have plenty to do. Get on with it.
So that's the thing, is as long as you go to all the areas in Jak and Daxter, you won't miss a thing. If you're not quite shooting right, just hold down the main button. You can power up the shot and that'll get the bomb a little bit further. The area of effect for these bombs are actually quite significant. So that's all of those done. So if we drop down here, we collect all of these eggs. We should have an even amount. So we've got to go through and make sure that we haven't missed anything. So I'm going to make one more round, and oh look, there's one egg. I don't even know how I missed that. Maybe because I didn't look around the corner. And there's nothing here, so don't worry about going around that side. So down here, I'd forgotten to jump over there. So there's our last scout fly. Okay, so this is the area that we could see. You have to make your way, when you see it from the top there, make your way around to the other side. That was my bad, I missed coming up here. Instead of going through the door, just come up on these platforms here. And we've actually got, that's our eggs done, 2 scout flies in this area. And that is the end of Misty Island. So if we double check our checklist, we've got all the power cells, we've got all the eggs, and we've got all the scout flies. Now we can head back to the village and go give this guy his muse back so he can sculpt. If you've followed so far and you're at this point, this is pretty much 100% completion for the village, Forbidden Jungle, Misty Island, and the Sandy Cove. Let's go talk to this fella here.
Oh, my muse! You saved her! Oh, you really are the best. Here, take this power cell. I won't need it now that I have my inspiration back.
32 power cells. More than enough to go to the next stage, obviously, which we already knew that because we had access to the bike at Misty Island. There is one thing, and that's these ones here. That's why I do all the orbs, because we got 370. We have more than enough to cash in and get the last 2 power cells. Yes, hello. Give me power cell.
Another power cell is yours.
I love his voice. Another.
You have proven yourself worthy. Here is a power cell.
Yes, give me the power cell. Excellent. Excellent. 34 power cells, and we're ready to rock and roll now. Say goodbye to your village. So I'm interested in to know if you have played Jak and Daxter, and if you have played it, have you finished it, or did you go, nah, this is not for me? Because this is a very old game, and it's obviously a particular type of game. Sometimes when you go back to older games, you're like, it doesn't quite feel the same. But this is great. I love it. So thanks for watching. We have completed all the areas, the Misty Island, the Sandy Cove, the Sandy Village, as well as the Forbidden Jungle, and defeating the first sort of mini boss, I would say. So we hope to see you in the next one, and we're gonna head across the Fire Canyon to the next area or next village.